Okay, by a show of hands, who all has believed or still believes in Santa? Okay, sweet, everyone. Okay. I don't want to be the one to tell you guys this, but Santa isn't real. And it really sucks, too. You know how amazing that would be? A jolly old man with a big white beard who gave you presents. In real life, a man like that's probably pretty creepy. And his beard probably smells pretty bad. Christmas was always really amazing for me. After a night of not sleeping, I would jump out of my bed, run through my house, trying to close my eyes to avoid the presents because I don't want to see early. And I'd go and I'd wake my parents up, who always seemed to be really tired, and I didn't understand that. So eventually I'd get them up, and Christmas would start. We would open all the presents, get all the lame clothes presents that were always from my parents. And for us, Santa loved scavenger hunts. So we'd find a note on the tree, which would give us this riddle. And we would start the riddle. Some of the other notes would be under the cookie plate, and some would be in my dog's cage. Eventually, my brother and I would get to the last note, which in a riddly, rhymey kind of way would say, "It's in the garage." So we walk out into the garage, and there, just staring at us, is this big box, and inside it is a trampoline. And I'm like, oh my God, God bless you, Santa. Finally, I can be a backflip and punching and kicking Power Ranger like I always wanted to be. And also Red Ranger too. Right there. And so that was really amazing for me. And actually a few years later, Christmas rolled around again. Trees up, lights on the house, everything. My daily agenda was drinking more cocoa and eggnog than my body could handle. And then after that, drinking even more. So Christmas Day finally came. We laughed, again, opened the lame presents that were always from my parents. And finally we got a note from Santa himself, and it was just like my dad's handwriting, which I never really thought about. And he told us how we had been great kids that year, and how he had been building something very special for us, and how it was in the backyard. So we walk outside, walking through the snow in our slippers, and eventually we see it. It is a giant fort that had been built by Santa himself. Well, not Santa, an elf, because Santa doesn't build the presents, you guys know that. So in the letter it said, well, it wasn't a finished fort, it said that an elf would be coming by later to finish the fort. And he came eventually. He didn't look like an elf. His name was Trey, and he had really weird tattoos. But that didn't really matter to me. My 8-year-old brain told me that was an elf, and he worked for Santa. So eventually he finished the fort because of Santa's magic, and I was just amazed. It was awesome. And unfortunately, a few years later, I found out, either it's through older cousins or rude kids at school, that Santa was not real, and I kind of broke my heart. Oh. But if there's anything that I did learn, is that while Santa may not be real, he still feels real, either it be through me or my parents. So say that about. What do you want me to do? Want me to keep speaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just your last, yeah.
Okay. So what I've tried to do, either through it be my little cousins who are 7 and 8, or it be my little brother who is turning 8 in a few days, just try to create the spirit of Santa alive. So what I like to do is I always create our list with him. I talk to him about it, doodle all over the list, and many times I have pretended to be Santa on our voicemail at home. I always with a big voice. And it's just amazing how he believes just how I did. And I really hope that he keeps that dream alive, because I know that it was the most amazing thing to me.